Alright guys, welcome to QuikCodes. In this video, we're going to do a quick lab simulation where we're going to be connecting an Ethernet network to a desktop workstation. Alright, so as you can see, the information tells us that we're acting as a network technician for a small corporate network. The employee in Office 2 has reported that they're no longer communicating with other network stations on the local network or the internet. Lets us know that it's the network adapter that's inside the desktop isn't connecting or isn't communicating or has broken its linkage with the router and switch. After troubleshooting the problem, you have determined that the built-in network card in the workstation has stopped working. So a lot of the work has been done as far as the troubleshooting. And the instructions provided tell us that we should select and install a new network card that provides the fastest Ethernet available from the cards you currently have in your office, and connect the workstation to the local network using the existing cable. And for clarity, zooming in, we see Ethernet is already attached inside of the wall, the LAN going to the data station. You see one end, it says that it's connected, and then you see the other end. Oh, well, this saying that it's connected to the desktop, and this saying is connected actually to the wall. So this right here is for the wall, and this right here is for the inside of the physical desktop if we look inside of here. Okay, but back to the instructions given. It said after the fix has been implemented, confirm that the workstation has a connection to the local network and the internet. All right. So this is pretty easy. The reason why I wanted to go over this because, like I said, it's an easy process. It's something that you could do at home for yourself, especially if you're mechanically inclined. There's no reason to spend a lot of money to have a third-party IT tech come out. You know, where you can just go on YouTube or do a little research on Google, what have you, especially with all this AI. So, all right. So what we have here, we have Office 2, and they're using a desktop and they're using a laptop, but the instructions tell us to work on the desktop. So by doing this, we see that they already said that the network adapter that's already built in, if we take a look at the motherboard, that is not working right now. It's defective for some reason, okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to replace it in the sense of we're going to connect. And as I was saying before, I'm sorry not to be jumping in. Remember I was telling you about how they had said that there's an existing cable right here. That's it right there. We see this one is attached to the wall, which is yellow. And then we see the other side of that cable is here. Okay. Coming from the wall to this part, which goes to the motherboard to give this actual desktop internet access or connectivity. But like we said, like the instructions said, most so it's not working. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and attach a new network adapter. As we see this part that says shelf, we're going to go on the network adapters. And even though this is a virtual lab, this is for the same situation. In the practice situation, what you'll do is you want to go online, go on Google, or etc., and you want to shop for the network adapter that would go and that matches the specs of your actual desktop first, and they're going to give you the amount of speed that you want to complete whatever task or assignment or to accommodate whatever type of business or SOHO, meaning small office, home office organization you have, okay? So based off of these, we see that it's allowing us to choose from a modem network adapter with 33.6K, okay, PCI peripheral component interface. We have another modem, 56K. We got a network adapter with Ethernet for Ethernet cord, 100 base TX. We have another one with 10 base. We have another one with 1,000 base. Okay, so for clarity, let's go ahead and go over real quickly what exactly this network adapter is. Okay, so all right, just for clarity's sake, so what is for an example, we wanted to look at for the network adapter Ethernet 100 base TX PCI. We see that it's a network adapter, network interface card, also known as a NIC, that connects a computer to a network using fast Ethernet, which is usually Cat5, a technology that operates at a speed of 100 megabits per second, which is pretty good. It can be faster, of course, if you want to keep up with the modern day speed, you'll want to get 1 gigabyte or more. But oftentimes, you'll see components and network devices going after 5 Cat 5 or Cat 5e at a basis, and Cat 6 and up. But it's usually 2 pair of wires in the cat. Well, we don't need to know all that information. But anyway, so based off of that, it said network adapter Ethernet 105. When we want to make our decision, first we know that we're not using a modem, we're using a router. So we can go ahead and cut those options out. And we want to look at the network adapter Ethernet 100 base, 10 base, 2, or the 1,000 base, okay? So assuming the 100 base, meaning that's 100 megabytes per second, we want to go ahead and choose the 1,000 megabits per second, which is going to equal to 1 gigabyte. And we're going to attach that. So we'll open up this motherboard for at home. Once you've chosen, like I said, in the practical sense, you're at home working on your desktop. You want to open up your motherboard and you want to find the PCI. In this case, is PCIe. You want to go ahead and put this physical component and attach it. Okay, you see it fit right on. Okay, now let's say if I take it back off, you're gonna find oftentimes on the motherboard there will be labels that help you to know what components go where, what network devices, what expansion pieces. If you want to customize your motherboard. And as you see, if you look close, it says PCIe X 16.1, representing, if I'm not mistaken, bus 16. We want to take this adapter because this is the fastest one, offering 1,000 megabits per second, which is equal to 1 gigabyte. And then we zoom out, and we turn this desktop or turn this case, computer case, to the back side. We see now we have it ready to be used. Okay. Now, the instructions also told us to take the existing Ethernet cable and plug it into the new network adapter, which we just installed. So we're going to zoom in, or in your case, after you open up your computer case, all right, and you plug in your network adapter to the appropriate PCI bus, you're going to take your Ethernet cable and you're going to plug it into the new Ethernet port on your new network adapter, all right? And if hopefully yours is already inside of the wall or inside of the adapter or the switch or wherever that you have it plugged in, which we see is already plugged in. And after doing so, we want to go ahead and confirm that the connection is made, all right, by, let's turn on the front side. We see that the monitor is on because it's saying no signal detected, so that means that this desktop desktop case might be off. We're going to press the power button. Give it a couple of seconds to load up. And like I said, this same sequence of steps are steps that you could take at home or at your office. All right, you see this loading up, boom. All right, so the first thing you want to do is that whenever you want to see if your desktop or if your laptop or whatever device that's able to get internet connectivity has such, you want to look to its right side, usually, especially on Windows, this little icon right here, all right? And we see that it's plugged in, that means that it's getting internet connection. We'll go ahead and click on this gear icon. We'll go to network and internet, and we see, yes, it says Ethernet connected, and it's letting us know. Now, I like to check the speed because right now I'm working with some clients, and oftentimes they're having internet drops or slow internet, and I'm having to go in and reset the network adapter. I'm having to use different network adapters because the network adapters that they're using are too slow, and whatever the case may be, I like to go and see what speed they're running at the time. So, I say we'll go back to the network and internet, and I'm sorry that this video is so long. I'll try to make it shorter next time. Go to advanced network settings. We want to drop down and go to more network adapter options. This is the Ethernet that's plugged in. And since it's not red, they let us know that it's connected and it's working. I like to double click it. And we see we're getting 1 gigabyte of speed, which is great. This computer has connectivity, it has internet. And if you want to look at, like I said, at home or anywhere, you want to look for actual physical evidence that, the computer has connectivity. Let's see if we can turn your computer around on the back, and as I zoom in, you'll be able to see that the LED on the actual port is lighting up. One representing let you know it has power, another representing that it's getting traffic and the amount of speed that it's going at the time. Since it's a solid green, that means that it's getting, if I'm not mistaken, 1 gigabyte of speed, okay? And that's how you swap out and change your network adapter if you ever had issues, okay?